want to prepare for what is in the future. And I think what you should be doing at this particular time is preparing for what's in the future. Anyway, speaking of Lagos, I have, so I have with me in the studio, we're going to be talking about basically around what hustle is in Nigeria, and not just Nigeria, hustle around the world. We're talking to, also let me start with, it's Lofty Inc. Allied Partners, and I have Wole and Odinaka in the studio. I don't know which of your mics are which of your mics. Odinaka, Wole, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Okay. I also have Odinaka. Say hi. Oh, sorry, that's your mic. I put your mic off. All right, say hi. Zainab, which is his mic? That's his mic. All right, say hi. Say that.
Hi. Good morning, Lagos.
City of Lagos. He said that 3 times before we got across to getting his voice out. All right. Wole, good morning.
Good morning.
We're going to be talking about basically your hustle story, and that's what we try to do on the show. And we reached. It's us talking about entrepreneurship in Nigeria, how it is, what's the word now? The intricacies of hustle in Nigeria, how crazy it can be sometimes. It's not very straightforward. It's not very. It's not what you would like it to be. It's not easy anywhere in the world, but Nigeria just has its own peculiarities, right? So first of all, Wole, do introduce yourself to the rest of the constituency so that they know who you are. And but we're going to go into the details of your hustle story. So let's start.
Great. My name is Wole Odetayo, and I'm the co-founder of Lofty Group, which is a group of companies that is focused on just solving the challenges in the bottom of the pyramid. So bottom of the pyramid here, I would say the lowest part of any economy, where people don't have the best opportunities and, not properly equipped to also take the few ones coming their way.
So I like that, because if there's anything, the hustle story in Nigeria talks about the fact that Nigerians are going through hellish conditions as concerns running businesses. It is one thing for you to even find the money to start the business. Then you have to go through regulators. Then let's say you get all of those sorted, and then you've done all of that. There's nothing saying that customers are going to buy from you. And immediately you open your doors, diesel, petrol, whatever it is running.
Yeah, cost of doing business.
You are going to start paying salaries, as the Yorubas will say, Ogata. You get.
Exactly.
As City of Lagos, what that means is, whether the boss sells or not, makes a profit, revenue or not, the worker will get paid. So, and looking at that, how do you think Nigerian businesses can be able to get past this hustle? I know that you guys have been trying to help out, but how do you relate with businesses trying to get around the hustle in Nigeria? And what are the ways to getting around the hustle? Is there a cheat code? City of Lagos, if you don't know what cheat codes are, those of us that grew up in the eras of Sega Genesis and Super Nintendos, we know up, back, left, B, that. We know all those things. Is there a cheat code for doing business in Nigeria?
Thank you very much for. let me start by saying thank you for having me on your show. Great show. I always listen and always passionately follow this show.
Awesome.
But maybe I should use this opportunity to tell my own story, and maybe from there, City of Lagos and the whole of the world can pick, what resonates with them the most. And that would be, my own story, I would say is embodied around 3 core things: the environment which I grew up in, the events that shaped my life, and I would say my faith in so many ways. And the best way to put it would be in 1990. So 1990 was the year where
the hustle started.
I was very little then, but there's a story behind it. If you look at the world in that particular year, Mandela was freed. You had the Gulf War start, and you had US trying to intervene to make sure that Iraq don't get ahead of themselves, and so many chaos in the world at that time. The Soviet Union was about to or started disintegrating that same particular year.
Yeah.
Even back at home here in Nigeria, we were more or less wallowing in I would say, more or less like political prison.
Yeah, it was going crazy
about that time.
Yeah.
So, but right in 1991, something happened, which I think, as a young chap then for me, inspired me a lot. So that's in 1991, Michael Jackson released this song, Heal the World.
Yeah. And
I probably had watched that thing severally. But what that song did to me was to paint a world full of war, children starving and all that. And that was my own basis of inspiration. And I wanted to just heal the world. But in 2001, when I gained admission to study medicine, I felt like, yes, this is my opportunity to heal the world and all that. And from there, I went on and discovered that healing the world, you don't have to be a doctor to heal the world. And my entrepreneurship story literally started.
Because you're not practicing medicine today.
Yeah, I'm not practicing today. And my entrepreneurship literally started. But then, I found that even while in my primary 3, I had already made my 1 naira because I sold a shiny coin to a friend of mine. And so I had this thing about entrepreneurship right in me. So in university, I started my first business. It was a call center. Yeah. And then when I was going to write my MBBS, my first MBBS, I had to sell that business and I focused on stock market. Yes. Wow. In the mid-2000s, I made my first million in stock market, but I also lost everything, when the market crashed. Yeah. But even when I finished and I came out, what that did to me was to give me confidence that, I could do something about healing the world, helping people around. And that for me is the foundation of the story, that has gone on to build lots of
So you said something about starting a call center in the university, and I realized, the city of Lagos, pay attention to this. A lot of us in the university looked at people who did those things as why is she so, suffering herself? There's mom there, there's dad there. Why are you going through all this? But it generally always, people like that always went on to create multiple businesses. Always, as in it's like once you've gone through the foundation, that's like the baptism of fire. If you could resist selling a credit to your friends, your closest guys that you woke up, slept with, you are likely to be a good businessman in the future. And so, if your kids right now are going to the university, the chances are that you should encourage them to, if they have it in them, start a side hustle. It might just help them. So I like the fact that you started from there. In the real world, because the business school community also kind of shielded you in sort of a way, because your customers were with you.
Soft landing, right?
Soft landing, really. But then in the real world, where as they say, the goose blast started to happen.
And we've had our own fair share of that real world experience. Lofty Inc. was registered in 2009. Today embodies about 7 different businesses. Employs about 80 people in 4 offices in Nigeria. And part of those businesses, is a fund, for example. So the first of it, what came out, the first seed from Lofty Inc. was Innovation Hub, which was the first tech hub, in 2011. We actually started work on it in August 2010. And now it's a tech hub that is well known, doing stuff.
I didn't even know you guys were involved in it.
Oh yeah.
When I heard that, I was like, funny enough, it's not like I didn't know you guys were involved in it. I just didn't know who was behind it. You get, but we knew that they were doing fantastic work. So City of Lagos, if you don't know, it's in Yaba. You want to go and check it out.
We're in Ikeja actually.
Oh, Ikeja.
Yeah, we're in Ikeja GRE. And we have offices in Ibadan, Abuja, and Kaduna.
Interesting.
Yeah. And it's a tech incubator where, tech ideas or tech entrepreneurs come to us and we help them become investment ready. On the back of that, we've created a fund, a $60 million fund, which is a fund 2 of a fund 1 that partners in Lofty Inc. actually put together from the investment in some of the top names in the tech industry today. So one of them, for example, is Andela that you know very well. So my partners invested, very early on as angel investors at the very early stage in Andela. They went on to do the same investment in Flutterwave, in Printivo, Reliance HMO, which is now called Tranquil and all that. So again, that the success of the Fund 1 was what the Lofting, capital management was from, which is the Fund 2 Afripreneur Fund 2.
So City of Lagos, what he has just told us is that they have money. Because Angela, Printivo, by the way, is another example like him. I know Printivo very well. This founder also started a business in school.
Yes.
Also started a business in school. Also, I think was doing cards, greeting cards. If you've ever been to a Nigerian university, at least in the 90s, you know those guys that used to design.
Then it was also printing, on the
they
side.
printing on the side, and he went on to create Printivo. Reliance HMO is also the founder is a friend. So yeah, like I said, City of Lagos, they have money. They have money. So this the Fund 2,
yes,
$60 million.
Yeah.
Who can gain access to this fund?
We're still raising that fund.
Okay.
We haven't closed on it yet. But yes, we have made tremendous progress on that fund. But that's for you. I liked, the story of an entrepreneur. Where you start from doesn't matter.
Exactly.
It's where you're going to. And we've had our own challenges, so it's not all been rosy. I remember clearly in 2013 to 2015 was our own value of debt. Was when we passed our own value of debt as an institution, where things really got really crazy. That we had to, inject our own funds as partners. We had to go very lean, and even at that time when we had less than 5 staff, when we rose out of that in 2015, we've not stopped since then.
Interesting.
Now we've consulted and we've worked with quite a number of people.
So one of the things the SME Clinic does, and I'm sure, I hope you've listened to the SME Clinic before, is that we have several, apart from the hustle story, we also have what we call the Pitch It Mondays.
I follow that too.
Yeah, where we try to get investors in. So we're waiting for you to finish raising your $16 million.
So that we can get...
Yes.
I mean,
we're here together, right? You're listening. I'm sure you are saying the same thing with me, because we're waiting for the $60 million to complete, because we want to pitch to you too. And the way we do it is that we have you in the studio here, and we have the investors come in one after the other and pitch live to you right here on the show. And we're hoping that after your fundraising, we can have you in the studio with us to do that. We don't mind partnering, whatever it is. We just want to get our people to be able to get access to funds. But this is great, a great story. From City of Lagos, you're hearing where his story started from. Call center. And of course, you might overlook what it takes to run a call center. That is probably one of the businesses that if you succeed at, I'll probably give you more money, because it means you can manage margins.
Exactly.
Because it's a margin business.
It is.
It's a thin margin business. You have to, because you are making call. It's 1 naira on every. This is 20 kobo. Is margin. So if you can make money of that, then you can really make money on a lot of things. And you started well. So, because you're speaking to a lot of entrepreneurs right now, if there was something that, of course, you know a lot of stuff right now, if there was something you could tell to your younger self, that guy that was doing the call center, you could just enter time machine and quickly go out and whisper to him, like, guy, what would you tell him?
I think I would still tell him what I told myself. 2 things, particularly. One was that every business you get into, you must know where you're going to exit. Yeah. So I knew my call center was going to, and that's exactly what I did. So I was going to write my NDBS, I let go of that. But the second thing was I knew I couldn't do everything by myself. So team was very, very,
very important.
And I would say I got lucky, and that's where I think the faith part of it comes in, where I didn't do all Lofting by myself. Lofting is made up of 4 strong partners, and we all complement each other in one form or shape. And I think having that foundation in your team is very, very critical. And then beyond that, having people that believe in the vision, believe in the dream, wants to drive that through is also very critical. So team, exit, very, very important, because there's just this much you can do by yourself.
All by yourself.
You cannot learn everything, and you cannot trying to do everything by yourself is madness. I would say, but the most important thing that I think every entrepreneur listening out here today should bear in mind, something that I still hold very dear to my heart, is empathy. I've always said it very clearly that you cannot solve people's problems if you're empathetic enough.
All right, Akeem, sorry, I can't pronounce your surname. Sorry, forgive me. He's asking how can he get in contact with you. He says, can your guest share his company or personal mail so that one can share idea for consideration? Like I told you, the listeners we have a large community from agri to tech to education. People looking to expand, looking for investors, mentors, all sorts. And one of them is already asking how can they reach out to you?
Yeah, on that side, do you want to?
Okay, you can reach out to us through
our
website in www.loftyinc.ltd.biz.
You are not speaking loud enough.
Okay, sorry. So you can reach out to us through the website.
Yeah.
Go to www.loftyinc.ltd.biz.
B-I-Z.
Yeah. Lofty Inc.
Ltd.biz.
Oh, okay, .biz.
Yeah.
All right. So you heard that, Akeem. Basically, you can reach out to them via that platform. It was great talking to you. I think we will have you again, obviously, especially when you finish saving your money. We will be following that story. But City of Lagos, this is one of the reasons why we bring folks on the show to speak about their hustle story. It's not, I hate, and I say it with a passion. I hate what happens when people glorify it was God. I just started and I just moved. And one night I just saw. I like to speak about the hustle, and this is someone who has gone through the hustle. And just the cocoa of the matter is, you can do it too. If he could do it, you can do it too. So I want to thank Wole Odetayo, who is the co-founder and managing partner at Lofty Inc. Allied Partners. Thank you very much for being with us in the studio.
Thank you. Thanks for the work you do for the inspiration.
Thank you very much. We have Power Up NG in the studio. I have light, so I don't need you. No, don't worry. Is that mic? I think your mic can go on. Okay, that mic doesn't go on. All right, come this way.
You are a very lucky person.